Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Puma ST line walk around video. But before we do get started, if you are enjoying our content, if you were kind enough to hit the subscribe button, that means you'll never miss a minute of my content ever again, and that is exciting. This is an Agate Black Ford Puma ST line MHEV. That features the 1 litre EcoBoost engine producing 155 PS of power. That 155 PS of power is then transmitted through the front wheels through a 6-speed manual gearbox. The vehicle is registered on a 72 registration, meaning we'll take Ford warranty with us until October 2025. The vehicle has done just over 4,200 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. A quick mechanics lesson. So what is an MHEV? An MHEV is a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. So different to the plug-in hybrids or fully electrics, because a mild hybrid, you have a small capacity battery that you don't plug in and charge. You simply get in the vehicle and get some really good MPG out the back of it. Okay, that's enough of me talking to myself for a little while. Most central locking key out of the pocket. Look how beautiful that is. Nice and sleek key design. And I've already woken them up, but they are daytime running lamps. They give you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting condition. A quick disclaimer, if they appear to be flashing in your video currently, that is simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. But let me assure you, in real life, they're not flashing and they look amazing. So even now, look how bright sunshine it is, you can still easily see those. So very nice daytime runners. And inside there is the Ford LED headlights as well. And speaking about LED lights, we have LED front fog lights. Just below the fog light there is your first park, or actually no, I tell a lie, that's your second one. Because we've got a parking sensor around the wing, I can tell you for now, we have Ford Active Park Assist. Don't worry, we'll come back to that once we're inside the vehicle. Let's follow the parking sensors all the way around. In the middle bit there, that dark dully bit, is a pre-collision radar. So that's part of the driver assistance pack. And again, when we're inside, I'll talk a little bit more about that. We're going to glide around now. We're going to have a look at this beautiful 19-inch machine cut alloy wheel, and they are amazing. So it's the 5-spoke design. They have the silver shiny face with the matte black design just behind it. You can see the low profile tyres there, and these are Goodyear tyres, and only doing 4,000 miles of work. They're in very good condition. Going to draw your attention north for a second to look at the windscreen. That little domey thing is a light sensor. Later on, when the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will turn on. Now we're going to go further north. There is 3 more sensors. The long one at the front there is for the traffic speed sign recognition software. That can be used in accordance with the intelligent speed limiter. To the left of it, we have one there that's going to be for that's a light sensor, so that is for your high beam assist, and we also have one there for the rain sensing wipers. Back down to, well, actually no, let's just stay up north. There's a panoramic glass opening roof. As you can see, I've just got it ajar slightly, just to demonstrate that it does open. So yeah, we've got a nice panoramic glass roof. Back down to the body now, back down to the body. It's worth saying we have power folding and heated door mirrors. And inside those lovely door mirrors is that little icon there. Again, part of the driver assistance pack. That is called Bliss, otherwise known as blind spot assist. So if a vehicle is in your blind spot, either on the left hand, the near side, or the off side, you'll get a little orange illumination to tell you it's unsafe to pull in or out. If you did indicate on that solid orange light, it will then give you an audible alert if you turn that on. Rear privacy glass features around the, you guessed it, rear of the vehicle, and that stretches all the way round. This part of the video is where I take a step back to the offside rear, and I'm going to try and get rid of that light fuse. So please just bear with me whilst I, there we go, look at that. Look. So I'm going to shimmy my way along the bodywork here, giving you an insight to how gorgeous all the body panels are. Now we've got low to it, we'll pan back round to the offside rear wheel. And those of you with the keen eyes might have noticed we have discs on the back of this one. So now we're going to start moving away around the rear bumper. We can see parking sensors again along that bottom lip, and they're complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera. So just to confirm, front and rear parking sensors with reversing camera and active park assist. So if you do struggle with your parking, get a vehicle like this with all the parking aids you could ever imagine. Now at the near side, we can give it the exact same treatment, and we've got a bit more sun this side. So I'm just going to shimmy the camera down the vehicle like so. And when we get to the near side rear, I'll give you a good look at that, and then we're just going to follow it all the way down to the near side front wheel like so. Again, every corner has a Goodyear tyre on it. Okay, so that's the exterior taken care of. Now I'm guessing you want to have a look inside. So underneath, or above the number plate next to the camera, is the release button. Yeah, to the left hand side of the camera. That exposes the beautiful PUMA boot. So the Pumas have kind of been renowned for their boot capacity and their boot size, and that's because of the simple but genius design of them. So it's a very well volumed boot to begin with. You'll easily get a number of suitcases in there, and that's thanks to the depth of the boot. So what we can do, the liner here, which big shout out to Matt in the Valet Bay for making this boot liner look like Wimbledon. Very nice. You can raise that upwards like so, and it gives you a higher position. So if you are loading things into the boot and you might suffer with a bad back and you don't want to bend down too low with something heavy, it gives you a nice high entry point. Not only that, when I get the seat and push the seat down, it makes it a nice flat entry all the way along. If I just lift up this boot for a second, or boot liner even, so I'll just jar it in there. This is called the Ford Mega Box, and it's almost like a bathtub or a big sink, and it has a plug at the bottom, so if you were filling things up, you can wash your boots, your wellies and everything else in there. This one in particular has actually been fitted with a space saver, space saver spare wheel. So if you are big on your spare wheels, yes, you can have a spare wheel on a Puma, and yes, this one has got a spare wheel. All the relevant tools and jacks are found underneath the wheel to keep you going in the right direction on your jollies. Another lovely little design about this boot is the Tornado cover, which is built in to the rear windscreen. So as you pull it up and down, it's always out your way. That's the boot taken care of, exterior and the boot. Let's have a look inside the vehicle. Okay, firstly I need to pop the seat back up, so please bear with me. Lovely. Okay, like always, the passenger door card. So we have a nice cloth and hard wearing durable plastic, 4 electric windows, and we have controls for them on every door card. Just panning the camera around very quickly, we can have a look at the rear seats, and on this ST line we get a lovely cross stitching chessboard pattern on the lower base and back part, and it's all defined by some lovely red stitching on some dark charcoal. We have an ISO fixing seat on the right hand rear and on the left hand rear, so keep those kiddies nicely strapped in transit. And this is a lovely opportunity just to show you how much light that lets into the cabin. We do have sun blinds for the 2 parts of the roof, there and there, but even with just the front one open, it really does open up the interior. So this Puma has a black headlining. Personally, I'm a massive fan of it. I think they look amazing, but sometimes they can get a bit dark inside, so having the ability to open up the blinds and lighting it all up is a nice feature. Just quickly on the driver's door card, again the nice cloth interior, hardware in plastic, 4 window controls and electric mirrors are found there with the interior locking just in front of it. Panning the camera around, this ST line has manually adjustable seats with lumbar support on the side. We have a rear tilt, we have a height adjustment, lumbar support is down there on that dial there, and front and rear is just there. As you do keen eyes and notice, underneath that little mat there, we do have the Ford mats in place already. Just going to jump inside the vehicle. Sorry if you heard any distortion on the microphone there. Okay, so let's begin. Look at that digital dash wake up. That looks stunning. And the exact mileage is 4,228.8, just in case you're interested. Okay, depress my foot on the clutch pedal. I can push the stop button. Oh dear, that is loud. Many apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that kind of shivered me timbers. Right, so we have an electronic dash. I'm going to be controlling it using the return button, the arrows, the OK and the menu button. So let's begin. Let's get the sun out of your shot. Wonderful. So from left to right, let's just zoom in quickly. Oh, sunshine. Coolant and temperature sensor on the left hand side. We have a digital speedo. At the bottom we have the odometer, ambient air temperature, and the digital readout for the fuel. And that was enough. We got a fuel gauge to the right hand side and a conventional RPM times 1000 on the right hand side. The middle section is what I'm going to be controlling using the arrows. So if I just lose the zoom once more and lose the sunshine as well, you can see the traffic speed sign in the bottom there. So just coming into Perkins, it's a 50-mile-an-hour road, so it picks up that one. We can go through the calm screen. We've got a fuel economy screen there. We have a trip computer and a hybrid gauge. What this vehicle does have is selectable drive modes. So when I click on the drive mode button, we have a normal, we have an eco, we have a sport, we have a slippery, trial, and back to normal. But any screen or mode you put the vehicle into, it's going to change the aesthetic of the screen. So in eco, it goes to a nice dull blue colour, giving you an eco ambience, ladies and gentlemen. How nice is that? Equally, if you put it into sport mode, hold on, oh, I've just gone past it. Sport mode, it's going to go nice and grey and red and aggressive. We're now in a Ferrari. There we are. So, very nice digital dash. Just zoom out there again now. So, again, we've covered those arrows. We've got the voice command button, a pick up, decline, and previous and next song function. The left hand side of the steering wheel is where you'll find all of your adaptive cruise control. So that includes setting the distance to the vehicle in front. We can resume. We've got the limiter there as well, and it's a very ergonomic place to keep it. So after a while, you'll know what every button does. It's very easy to adjust your speed or adjust your distance whilst you're out and about. And if you don't use cruise control already, start using it. It's fantastic for your MPG, especially when you're sitting on the motorway all the time, because you're not depressing the throttle unnecessarily. Just below we have a volume minus, a volume plus, and a mute button. Progressing around the vehicle now, so let's have a look down here. Down at the bottom here we have a cluster of buttons. One for the automated stop start, one for parking sensors, that's the drive mode button, traction control, and this is the forward active park assist, which I shall cover in a minute. 6-speed manual gear selector, beautiful. It's a really nice sensation on these PUMA gearboxes actually. Bolt action they used to call it back in the day of Cortinas, but a very nice gearbox. We have a 12-volt socket one side and a USB data port on the other. Nice little cubby hole to keep your phone nice and secure. And these are the controls for the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. So fan speed to the left, temperature to the right, electronically heated front screen in the middle. We have on and off, we have rear demist and mirrors, then we have the flows of vents in the middle with recirculation and air conditioning appearing there. Moving the camera north once again. This is the Sync 3.4 module, so we have the dark blue band at the bottom, so we know it's the updated software, and a quick tour around. So this is the home screen. If you click into audio, into sources, we have FM, DAB and Bluetooth. Like I mentioned, kind of teased you with it earlier, this screen is fully supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Do we have a widget? There we have a widget. So whatever software you have on your phone, plug it in using the USB data cable and it will mirror your phone onto the screen. There's so many advantages of why you should be using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but the main one, it's going to keep your hands off of the phone. So for example, you can use the voice command button, that will activate Siri, and from there you can ask Siri to do anything you like. Make phone calls, set navigation, play music, you know, but it keeps your hands off of your phone. Whilst we're looking at the screen, another little feature quickly is the driver assistance pack. So I mentioned this earlier. That includes a cruise control, which is the adaptive. We have an intelligent speed limiter. We have the lane keeping system, the pre-collision assist. So that's what I referred to, that pre-collision assist radar at the front there earlier. We have traffic sign recognition, rear view camera, bliss. We've got wrong way alert, cross traffic alert, and a driver alert, and rolling stop start threshold. So yeah, tons of driver assistance software on board this Puma, keeping you nice and safe in transit. I bypassed it unintentionally, but it's got the sync navigation there as well. Very easy to use. For example, you'd like to come to Perkins to look at this Puma. What you need to do, open the keypad, Charlie Mike 77 6 Sierra Alpha. Click search bar, it'll speak to the GPSs in the sky and navigate your route here. Obviously I'm not going to start it, but if I was to start it, I can have all the directions appear on the screen ahead of me, which is a very nice touch, keeping your eyes where they need to be. So again, that is the sync module. I said I'm going to just talk about it, and this is the screen for the active forward park assist. So it's going to give you a parallel park in, a bay park in, and a parallel park out. We will use the indicator stalk to dictate which side of the road we shall be parking on, and quite literally follow the instructions. Awfully clever indeed. If you do struggle with your parking, this is a fantastic vehicle because it's got lots of parking aids on board. What else? Oh, when you have the rear view camera as well. Sorry, nearly missed that then. Rear view camera with a dynamic and static line in the middle there, helping you park into any parking spaces in reverse. The front and rear parking sensors appear as a proximity sensor on the top right hand side of the screen. Okay, so that is me covering an awful lot. I hope you found this useful. Any other information you did need, please give us a call. The number you need for that is 01376 550 899, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I shall speak to you very soon.